Today, today's the 24th of November 2024, and I was ill last night, so I was throwing up and had the runs, watery runs, so food poisoning or something like that. For hours upon hours last night, there's just a whole fucking load of threats outside to say, we're fucking beating you up, we're fucking smashing you, and we're injecting you with HIV, we're gonna smash you to fucking pieces, knife you to the fucking floor, cut your fucking arteries, bash your fucking brains out, and kill you, shoot you dead, telling me I'm going to be fucked about with as a child in my next life, and we're ripping you to fucking pieces, breaking in and tearing your fucking life apart. Just a repeat of all that, all because of this allegation and this fucking bullshit claiming that I've had sex with Sadie Down when I haven't. So we've had that slammed at me like a piece of shit all fucking night. So all the early hours, I'm gonna wake up this morning feeling fucking groggy as fucking really ill. And today I've been in bed most of the day feeling fucking ill with the shits. And all fucking day today has been banging in that sequence to dig it in, to fucking claim this and that with Sadie Dando. And just absolutely fucking digging it. But also there's another person that's being involved in the name, claiming that Reese didn't rape Grace, and digging at me saying that you're going to be fucking bashed to fucking pieces and knife dead, have your fucking life taken, being shot by small-minded, crooked, fucking corrupt bastards who are not getting the fucking facts right, as I'm getting a bit pissed off of it, because I've been really, really fucking ill, and I've had to put up with that. You're looking at about 800 threats, probably, and in banging, probably about 500 bangs throughout today. At times I've been awake to apply that fucking suggestion. Also the Stephanie Jill Hill threats are there, but it's not frequent, but it's there. And also the Amy Weston threats have been mentioned a couple of times as well. All these threats died out in 2011 when people found out that people were shit stirring, but obviously you've got to go back to square one, and you've got to have this fucking slammed down your throat from stuff from 20 years ago, which is not true. There's nothing you can do about it. So I'm not in a very fucking happy mood this evening. So obviously you had loud bikes or erections, you've had cars and bikes revving you molested Sadie Dando, or you're being fucking burgled, or you're being fucking smashed in, you're having your fucking main arteries cut in a violent, vicious fight, you're being injected with fucking HIV, weed killer or bleach or some other substance that kills you immediately, because people can't get the facts right. And also they're bringing up the name Kim. There's a Kimberly Hobbs, which is Sadie Dando's friend, or Kimberly Cox as she's known as today. Well, Sadie doesn't have anything to do with that side of the family. Well, they're not family, but friends to her side, because apparently there's she causes trouble apparently, so they don't have any communication, to what I can gather what she said in 2015, 2016 when I visited, when mum went to visit her in that time period. Listening to some of the threats I had earlier, there's a bit of concern, because there's Scott, Dan and Oliver. I don't know any of those three people, but they've been mentioning threats regarding the person that tried robbing me of 800 quid, that lady who looks like Lisa Pike but more negative looking but younger, who is pretending to be a single woman called Michael Jackson Prostitute, or Jeanette as they were named. And basically there's no sex there, but it was apparently, according to the other neighbours that were there, because it all calmed down in that building just before I moved, and said it's caused by Dan trying to rob him of money to get money so that one of the neighbours can move out and the other neighbour can move in, or vice versa. So anyway, there is someone that wanted to meet up with me in April 2022. He said he wanted to smash me in with a knife and then throw me on the railway track at Highbridge. And instead he met up in Bridgewater, and he pretended his name was Scott, whether it is I do not know. And he said that I was Saven, so I had to put up with that. And he got nasty about it, so I had to avoid that situation back at that time. There hasn't been any more problems, but I can tell you now that throughout today and last night it's been a very bad I mean, I'm feeling really ill. I'm still not good at the moment. I'm really bad, but I've got to get up because I'm not going to be able to sleep properly tonight because I've been in bed all day feeling like a fucking piece of shit. So obviously, the other threat that's been occurring is there's been a few gunshot sounds, and to tell me that you're having the guts raped in and out of you as a baby in your next life, saying that you're going to be sexually abused as a child in your next life, and saying you're being shot dead by doing a croaky ha ha ha, and saying there's no one left, and then telling me to fuck. I don't know how to word this, but similar to basically they're telling me that I've raped a boy that has the same name as someone who sexually abused me as a child, basically, and they're kicking off about that, saying you're being fucking knifed, having your windows fucking smashed through, pouring petrol over you, setting you alight, dragging your fucking neck around, tying your throat to some rope on the back of a car tow bar and dragging you along the fucking road, and to anything from throwing you into a slurry pit, and anything to tell me that my wrists are sliced with a creator god, and that's not good enough, we want you fucking ripped to pieces and everything else, and saying that they're going to kick off in February, the month of February, and also saying that they're going to kick off in the month of June next year, so it's not good at all. The other thing that's being mentioned is they're saying, Sadie reported you to the police, or Karen reported you to the police. I was speaking to the doctor before I moved, several years before I moved to this place about this, and obviously the doctor said he knows what's going on, and saying that there is a lot of trouble that's being caused and all the rest of it, but although he sees a lot of this as paranoid thinking or stuff like that, he did say that he knows what's going on. He says that we know that you haven't done anything wrong, so that was back at that time, but all these threats have died out in 2011. Even the Amy Weston threat, this is a threat that goes back between the year 2001 to 2004, and then it relaunched when I moved to West Street in 2005, but it sort of died out when we reached the year 2011. Well, that's fucking coming back as well, and the Callum threat. So I don't know why people are giving me shit of stuff that's 20 years old or whatever, but it's getting nasty, I'll tell you that. I've been outside in a communal garden for a fag, and it does appear that I can't hold my bowels. Just got the watery runs, and also I'm feeling like a piece of shit, and I've got a headache where I've had a lot of sleep as well, so I'm not happy about this at all, because obviously I've had to feel like this all day, 24 hours nearly. Right, so it's 5:30, it's the 25th today, and I've been in bed all day with a migraine because of the too much sleep yesterday. I'm too ill to walk it off, and I can't stop because I've got the runs. So in the process of all this, it's mostly been loud bikes. It's been a pretty calm day, but I'll update you on anything else that occurs later. Right, so it's about 11ish, I'm not sure the exact time because I haven't got my phone with me, but about 11 PM. So in total we had about 400 bikes to erections, wanking and coming, jerking coming, all that fucking problem. I started to recover, the headache's still there a little bit, but it's not as bad as what it was earlier. And they're maximising the amount of traffic and the amount of problems and as much shit stirring as they can possibly stack in my fucking direction, and take into account it's still not fucking better yet either. So there's been 6 cell calls at me, 7, sorry, if you count the one just before that, so 7 cell calls at me. Someone on the phone says, just get it, try the exact word in a minute. Sick paedophile, something like that. Then there's the vaping stench, there's 2 people that sneeze next to me. Choked by catalytic converter stench, that's extremely high. I walked this road yesterday because I went with a neighbour to get something to eat. I was feeling about twice as bad as what I am this evening. And it's about maybe 3 times as busy as what it was yesterday, and I went at an earlier time as well. They've also got almost every single drain cover smashed over as I've been out as well, I might add, apart from on the housing estate. Right, the government know they can get away with this, so they're going to keep on and fucking keep on doing it. So basically I've been coughed at, Then I'm coughed at again and laughed at. I'm coughed at again, and then someone says, as they cough at me again, saying that everyone's coughing at him because he's Saven. Well, that's not my name, sir. The government are causing shit by making this person big, well known on the news, and possibly giving a picture that looks similar to me to cause trouble. And now I've got all the Saven fucking problems. As I walk out of McDonald's, the government need to time a car to smash me to fucking pieces because they need me head off so they can sex suck the guts in and out me as a baby in my next life, playing about with me as a... That's a rare car. The 1992 Rover looking car. Don't usually see that. Yeah, so anyway, forget that. Right, so being basically they want to play about with me with poker sticks in the fireplace and sex up the guts in and out of me as a baby in my next life before burning me by laughing with their satanic rituals. I don't like the term satanic because they worship a god like Lucifer or the devil, but at the same time they're going against the practices of Satanism, because in Satanism it's a slightly different than the torturous, murderous, sacrificial rituals that they do, but they make their own beliefs in Satanism rather than going by the proper original how Satanism should be, basically. More vaping stench. There's the black rock lorry that I saw yesterday. Seems to be a regular one on this route. Pretty much on time walking back to this time yesterday. One other thing I want to mention, with third record breaking, for how busy it is for this time in the evening, for any time in the past. So the record breaking time was when the clocks went back. You had something like 500 cars in a matter of... you take into account the whole time would have been 12:30. Due time 11:30. I'm being choked by a catalyst. Right, so most of the cars I've not really taken much notice of, but it's coming out in a black and blue white pattern and a manslaughter style, because the government are possessed with murder and manslaughter because it's part of their religion. However, when they do these sacrifice rituals at Bohemian Grove in America, they see Yahweh as a god, a fire god. So obviously they do worship Yahweh, which is also the Christian god. Right, so today you've had about 300 on this road, maybe a few more. The record breaking was 500, and the previous record when I walked down here was about 150. Right, so I've gone on to the estate because of how busy it is. I'll start a car down there. Actually, walking down this direction, I don't do it very often, is record breaking. Yeah, I've got to take into account I've been down here 5 times before on this road at this time of night. There's been another 13 vehicles. That's record breaking twice over. For this bit anyway. Right, they just timed a penny farthing, someone cycling a penny farthing. You know, the old Victorian type, or a replica to it. And now it's time to an erection. It's not very often that occurs. But someone's obviously trying a vintage bike out. Right back home, it's just bikes to erections. As you can hear. It's continuing. There's already been 300 plus earlier today. not stopping. You've had about 100 now since I've been back. Just timing bike up on bike to erections, and that's after the penny farthing bike smashed my penis going up.